Welcome to episode 47 of KinFit. I'm Michael.
I'm Tiffany, and today we are filming in Old Montreal. It is a sunny but sort of coldish day today.
It's a lot colder than I thought, and I came unprepared.
Well, I could give you my toque.
I gave Vincent my mittens.
Oh well. Alright, let's move on to Fit News. So, we are standing in front of the Montreal Historic Centre. And why don't you tell us what's going on in Fit News this week?
Yeah, the first thing I want to talk about was a new innovative treadmill that I found online. It's called the SpeedBoard. It's actually the second generation SpeedBoard that I want to talk about, and it's designed by SpeedFit and Woodway. Now what's so cool about it that I wanted to mention is that it's a non-motorized treadmill with a curved design. Okay, the curved design it actually it allows the user to accelerate and decelerate at their own pace. So meaning you don't have to press buttons to increase the speed or increase the incline like on a traditional treadmill. It's already with the curved design, so it actually allows you to run with the proper mechanics. So it's good for biomechanics. You run on your balls of your feet. It actually stimulates as if you were running outdoors. Yeah,
and I want to really point out the difference between a traditional treadmill and this new one is that on a traditional treadmill, that conveyor belt is sort of fed to you. So you're running on that, but you're not really using your own muscles to push through some of that, like as if you were to be running outside. So if you're training to run a marathon or a race, it changes things a little bit because you're not training the same muscles. Whereas this new treadmill really forces you to use the same exact methods and muscles to run on it. So it's a huge difference.
Yeah, you're literally using your own muscles to push the actual conveyor belt. And if you're worried about friction, it's actually, they also mentioned that it's near frictionless. Mm-hmm. So when you run, you don't feel like as if you're actually really having to push to move the treads, but you're actually feels like you're running outside with the speed you're doing.
Yep, and this really gets the hamstrings going, which you don't get on a traditional treadmill.
And you can actually check out more videos that we'll have on our show notes, and it's pretty impressive. Although all the sites that I went to are all in the US, I haven't found any of them in Canada yet. So hopefully the design does become popular in the US so that it does eventually come over here in Canada, and definitely I do want to try it out one day.
Me too, we'll have a race.
Yeah, well, it's good for interval training.
Yeah. What else have you got?
Yeah, the second bit of news I want to talk about are 3 programs that I found that it's good for people who always work behind a desk. There's 3 programs that will, once you install them, it'll alert you to when to take your breaks if you're working for too long. So you can actually schedule when you want to have a break. It'll pop up on your monitor telling you when to stretch or when to rest your eyes. There was 2 programs for the Mac and 1 program for Windows and Linux. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to try either of them yet. But when we do get home later today, I will download one of them and try it out, and hopefully we'll have a review for you next time, in the next episode.
Alright, and on my side, something pretty relevant to my work, I was really excited when I found it, is an iPhone or iPod app. It's called Nutrients Canada, and basically what it is, it's the Canadian nutrient file into your iPod or iPhone. So if you're looking for the nutrient values of certain foods, you type in the food that you're looking for, a list will pop up, so you select more specifically what exactly you're looking for, and then the information is going to show up on something that looks more like the nutrition label, which is very easy to read and what we're used to. So there's 2 types of nutrition label styles. There's a simple one, which everyone is used to, and there's a more detailed one where you get a lot more information, and this is what I use a lot more. And once you get this app, the whole file is there. You don't need to be online to use it anymore, which is so convenient for me because I used to have to carry around this huge book of all the nutrient values of foods, which is heavy and also time consuming to flip through all the pages to find foods. So I found this was very useful and relevant to us here in Canada because it has all the values for Canadian foods. So for all of you who tend to use this kind of information, like we talk about nutrition data a lot, it's very similar but in an iPhone app style. Really easy to use and I think fun for me.
It's kind of like having your own personal tricorder like in Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but you should definitely check it out.
Last bit of news I wanted to talk about was a popcorn study that I read in the Gazette. They actually compared popcorn found in movie theaters and the fat content. Now they did the study in the US, and they actually said that at one of the chains, I believe it was Regal, that 1 bag of popcorn was equivalent to 2 sticks of butter in terms of calories. Now calories was 1,610 calories. Whoa. With 60 grams of saturated fat. And in the article, the nutritionist said that that was equivalent to 3 days worth of intake of fat.
That's insane. And this is for a large bag, right?
That's actually for a regular size bag. So yeah, in terms of calories, it was equivalent to 2 sticks of butter, and in terms of saturated fat content, it is equivalent to 1 stick of butter.
That is scary.
Yeah, and that's only in the US. They actually did a comparison study in Canada, and although healthier, not by much, they did compare the 3 chains, the 3 cinema chains in Canada, and Cineplex by far was the most unhealthiest. It was 1 bag of popcorn was equivalent to 3 quarter-pound cheeseburgers.
Wow.
And that is popcorn without the butter. So without the butter, it was 1,120 calories with 5 grams of saturated fat. Now, when you do add the butter to that popcorn, you're actually increasing the saturated fat by another 22 grams, and you're adding another 320 calories to it.
That's insane.
That's a lot of fat and
calories.
Yeah.
For 1 bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
I would probably suggest regular popcorn you make at home by yourself.
Yeah.
A lot healthier alternative.
Yeah, but they actually did compare. They actually did mention the other 2 chains, the AMC and Empire. Empire was the healthiest of the 3, but AMC was a little bit healthier in terms of calories. But they did mention that they do use coconut oil,
which is probably the worst type of oil to use, full of saturated fats.
Yeah, so either go to Empire, or I would suggest stay home, rent a movie, and make your own popcorn.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah.
Alright, so that'll be it for Fit News this week. So on today's InFoodmation, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cranberries. So since it's the holiday season, and for sure several families are going to be using cranberry sauce, I thought this would be the best time to talk about it. Now, the cranberry is actually the cousin to the blueberry, so this makes a lot of sense because cranberries are just jam-packed with a lot of great nutrients, and it's also a berry, so you know there's going to be a lot of antioxidants. But in fact, cranberries have been shown to help with cardiovascular health, also going to be good for gastrointestinal health, as well as, we had talked about this briefly before, help with cavities. It has stuff that actually helps prevent cavities in it. So I thought that was something kind of great. So in fact, this type of food is the highest in nutrients when it's fresh, and then of course followed by when it's dried, and then a little bit less in the juice. So the cranberry juice is more easily found and easily accessible, but if you can find the fresh and dried cranberries, it would be the best. So it's actually in season between October and December, so this would be the best time to go check out and see if there's still a little bit of fresh cranberries left. If not, head over to your frozen section and see if they maybe have some frozen cranberries for you. We'll also put up a link for you to make a fresh or frozen cranberry sauce for your holiday meal. Now, what's also, I think, really interesting is that for the antioxidants, cranberries contain a cousin to resveratrol, which we had talked about before, which has been shown to be very powerful in maybe anti-cancer properties. So this is another reason to maybe start using cranberries a little bit more often and be a little bit creative. So not only can we use it in sauces and relishes, but if you have the dried cranberries, you can start using it in trail mixes or also in salads. So I thought this would be a good time to really push for it, since it has all these great things connected with it. So once again, go out and try these this season. All right, and we'll talk to you next time on InFoodmation.
So this wraps up this week's episode of KinFit.
Please check back our show notes because we have a lot of information that we want you to find out about.
And if you have any ideas, suggestions, or questions you want to send us, just email them to us at info@kinfit.tv.
Big thank you goes out to Vincent for braving the cold with us.
And now I'm going to run off and get myself a hot chocolate.
Me too.
And so remember, don't quit.
Stay fit.
Welcome to episode... Wait, hold on. Okay, ooh, pigeon.
Don't feed it.
Okay, wait, keep going. Okay, wait, cut it.
Cut, this is good, come on.
Oh, look, all the pigeons just came. Shoo!
Oh.
Like, I'll be hiding. Okay, let's go. Okay, I can't talk because it's too distracting. Like a million of them walking around.
It's grown on these sort of low veins. Vines, not veins. I'm not even gonna... Really interesting is that I found out it has a derivative of resveratrol. We talked about that previously. It's found in wine. So, oh, why did I do that? It's killing me. It's killing me. So on today's Information, I'm going to talk to you guys about cranberries. So cranberry is actually a cousin to the blueberry, which I had no idea about that before, so I thought that was kind of fun. But it's also the holiday season.
What's wrong with you? Because I lost control of the bike, sorry. Okay, I'll get you that.
That part was not my fault. This is just jam-packed with so many high nutrients and polyphenols and stuff like, oh god, why did I say that? Anti-polyphenol.